What is going on, guys? um, that's a good way to start it off. But nothing much has happened. That's why I don't really post a whole lot of the Breaking Focus much anymore, because I felt like it was. So that was a goal of my bucket list, was to make my daily vlogs, and then I'll still do vlogs on this channel. It's just when stuff that I'm excited about and different things like that happen. So I've basically been making Shame for Gains videos for the next weekend, so I don't have to stay up so late during the week. And I'm making the third one now, so I just need Thursdays and Fridays video, and then I will be good to go. But so Friday, I get off. I get a half a day off at work, so I get off at 11. So we were talking about Pokemon Go that come out, and I am totally addicted to Pokemon Go because I have literally caught them all in all the games like that. So the last ones I just caught all the new ones. I didn't catch all like 600 of them because they didn't even exist yet. Like you couldn't even get some of them because the Pokebank thing was down and you couldn't transfer them over. So if you count like the ones before and then the ones after, I have got all of them, and all the Mega Evolutions that I could get and all that stuff. But yeah, I literally love to catch them all. No, I'm not necessarily more into like the battling and the power and stuff, but um, I've been loving Pokemon Go. So I'm at 59, 50, high 50s that I have caught out of the original 150 that are in the game. And but what I was getting back to is that's where this story is going, is about Pokemon Go. Is that I have that half a day of work, and then so a friend at work, we were like, oh, I showed him a picture of downtown, and there's just Pokestops all over the place, like 10, 15 Pokestops. So I was like, let's head down there, and he's like, yeah, dude, let's go right now. And so we went down and we ate lunch there. But we went around and visited the Pokestops, and he was learning how to play the game, and I was talking to him about it. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. So then he was just like, and then he told me about a place. He was like, man, he goes, there's a college nearby. He says, you got to go check it out. We got to go check this out, because supposedly the ones that we were going to, there were like 2 Pokestops, and you were just like going back and forth. This one at this college has 4 Pokestops around a fountain. And when we got there, there were probably like 20 people just sitting around playing Pokemon Go. And there are all kind of people. There are people who know everything about it. There are people who are going like, what is that? And then have never played, you don't even know what Pokemon is. They're just joining in because everyone's playing this game. This game. But yeah, so we walked around campus, and we took on some gyms and we fought them, and we caught a bunch of new Pokemon that day. Probably about 5. Went up like 5 levels. I I used an experience egg, lucky egg, and just evolved and caught Pokemon, and went around and did all this stuff because it's double experience while you have that. So it was like crazy amount of experience. It was fun. I was doing it with someone else, and I had so much fun Friday that I went and I did chores. I did like the dishes, and I'm doing laundry now while I was making the video. But I went from like 4 to 6, and then I ended up leaving because of 2 reasons. One, it started raining and lightning and thunder. But I was basically there for 2 hours, and I stayed by the fountain and we walked around. But if you've seen any of those videos where people are like, oh, there's a such and such over there, and it's a rare Pokemon and everyone takes off running, that happened while I was there at the college. So someone yelled Dragonite, which is, if Mew and Mewtwo in the game, I haven't seen anyone. I'm assuming they're in the game. So if they're the 2 rarest, then you have the 3 legendary birds. So that's 5 rare legendary Pokemon, and then you have the next one, which is Dragonite, which I, in my opinion, is the rarest ones that they have. But someone yelled Dragonite. So this is the 6th rarest Pokemon. Out of 151 Pokemon, this is the 6th rarest Pokemon in the game. Normally you would catch a bunch of the pre-evolutions, but this skipped right to the last one. And it come up, and everyone at the fountain. There's probably about 50 people at this fountain by now, because people put lures down to attract more people. And then as new people come, then they put their lures down, and then that next other people leave. It's really fun. But someone yelled Dragonite. Everyone jumped up, and it was like a military battle plan. I bet all of us went up because it's a fountain, so it has a bunch of different like paths. All of us, like if at least 5 people, went down each path trying to find this Dragonite, and everyone's holding like their phones out and they're going like, it's, you walk a certain distance, if it disappears you turn around and then you walk the other direction, and it's kind of like a metal detector. Not really a metal detector. I don't know really that's like, what a game that's like. But anyway, we're walking around and someone finally finds it. It's like, it's over here, and everyone takes off running. I don't know if everyone got to this at the exact same time and the server couldn't handle this, but basically no one got it. One guy got one. It was like a 1400 CP, which is their combat power. And then other people were talking about, like, oh, I had a 900. Mine was about 500. So yeah, I did actually get to see it. I landed on it. I clicked on it. It went in. Everything was looking good. I threw the berries at it to make it easier to catch. I threw a great ball at it. It went in the ball. And the server crashed. So mad. I left the college. I was done for the day. As soon as everyone tried to catch the Dragonite, everyone's phone, like, their server crashed. No one's game would load. You couldn't play anymore. And then it was like raining on top of that at that point. So, I mean, everyone was just like, ugh. Everyone left. Like, everyone was so disheartened because it was such an incredible find that we actually got to see it or whatever. But that's what I've done for the past 2 days. So Friday we went, Saturday I went by myself. I shot off some texts to 2 people, but one was driving 8 hours, and so he wasn't going to be back till later tonight. And then the other one, I don't know what happened. I sent him a message, but it was like through like a weird number, so I don't know if it reached him or not. Probably not. But anyway, I will probably go back tomorrow if it's not raining, and just sit and chill, and because you really get to talk about it, because we were walking around and it was like people you would meet, and you kind of looked and it was like, you're looking for Dragonite too, and they're like, yeah, and we're all like those random people, whatever. But it was really cool, like, because there was this, so everyone kind of sits to themselves when you play Pokemon Go. There's like these little groups, so there's 2 people here, 4 or 5, and then there's some single players. So I was 2 people the first day, and then today I was just myself. But everyone's kind of keeps to themselves. Well, when that dude yelled Dragonite, everyone jumped up and was just on it or whatever. But it was so cool. And I can't imagine when one of the legendary birds or Mew or Mewtwo comes up, that place will flip out. So the only problem that I really hope that they fix is that the servers, it crashes a lot. I don't know if it's my phone service, because I do have 1 to 2 bars on the college. But this video is going on way too long because I was just so excited. I want to tell you the story about the Dragonite that I missed. I took a picture of it. It's on my Instagram. It's on actually not the Breaking Focus, Shame for Games Instagram. And it's on Facebook and everything. But and it says, like, when you click on the Pokédex, I hate it now because it just reminds me of what I've done. It says scene 1 caught 0, and it's just like, ugh. But this has been Breaking Focus, guys, and as always, capture the moment.